Is AI about to replace data analysts for good? And if not, is there still room for new people coming to this field? In this video, I will show you what's really happening in the data analytics world right now. I will give you my personal opinions based on my 7 years of work experience in the data and AI field, but we'll also look at what research papers say. I will break down whether AI is truly replacing data analysts, where the demand is growing, the skills you will need to enter this field, and answer the big question: does it still make sense to start learning data analytics today, even if you're starting from scratch? To answer whether AI can truly replace data analysts, let's use my job as an example. Imagine AI could take over my role starting today. One of my daily tasks involves pulling sales data from Salesforce, a widely used tool for managing sales-related information, and basically creating reports and analytics for senior leadership. And while on paper, this might seem like a straightforward task for AI, but here's why it's far more complex than it looks. The first thing is about transformation beyond the data. So not all the information I need is stored in Salesforce. A lot of critical insights come from conversations I have with the teams like sales and finance. And these discussions often reveal context, nuances, and transformations needed to make sense of the data. And these are things that are simply not recorded anywhere in Salesforce. Or another example, I might see irregularities in the data that I'm aware of and I need to correct, again because the sales people explained to me why the data in Salesforce is wrong. And AI wouldn't have access to this invisible layer of information. The second reason is business domain knowledge. My job also relies heavily on deep domain knowledge, understanding the business logic behind the numbers. For example, I know what leadership want to see in a report because of ongoing discussions with them. And if AI were to take raw Salesforce data and try to generate reports, the output would likely be inaccurate or irrelevant. Sending those reports to leadership would decrease trust in data because they wouldn't align to business needs. This means AI can only replace me if it's fully integrated into all aspects of my company, including capturing every conversation, decision, and context. So how could AI be ready for these advanced tasks? To get AI to a point where it can handle these complexities, businesses will need to turn everything that happens into data. But how do they do that? By hiring data engineers and data analysts. And this is to build data pipelines that extract raw data from sources like Salesforce and then transform and enrich this data with the necessary context so it's ready for analysis. And here's another reason AI alone is not enough. Even when AI generates reports or code, we still need people to validate its work. Someone has to check whether the logic, calculation, and outcomes are correct. And this again increases the demand for data professionals, at least in the short and medium term. Now that we covered a practical example, let's talk about the bigger picture. AI, with no doubt, is reshaping the skills you will need to succeed as a data analyst. Landing an entry-level job is more competitive now because the field is evolving. And so to stand out, you will likely need to go beyond the basics of data analytics and pick up additional skills like elements of data engineering, like building and managing pipelines, and some data science skills like predictive modeling or machine learning basics. And this is mainly because these other skills will make you more versatile and better equipped in this changing industry. But at the same time, I wouldn't worry too much. AI is actually helping us becoming more productive. For example, writing a SQL pipeline might take me 8 hours without AI, but with tools like GitHub Copilot, I can cut the time in half. Those extra 4 hours can be used for learning new skills or tackling other important tasks. So while AI is transforming in the field, it's also creating opportunities for data professionals to upskill, innovate, and stay relevant. So what is the bottom line? AI is not here to replace data analysts, it's here to change how we work. In fact, the rise of AI is driving demand for more skilled data professionals who can bridge the gap between raw data, business needs, and advanced tools. The key is staying adaptable and investing in your growth. And now, to back up some of these statements, I want to give you a summary of a 290 pages report from the World Economic Forum so that you don't have to read it yourself. And for context, I'm talking about the World Economic Forum's 2025 Future of Jobs report, which analyzes how global macro trends and technology advancements will shape the job market until 2030. And this is based on a survey of over 1,000 employers representing 14 million workers. So I would say a pretty good source. And so from this report, the first thing that we see is analytical thinking is considered an essential skill by 7 out of 10 companies. And this suggests a strong foundation in data-related thinking will be super valuable. Then we see that roles such as big data specialist, AI machine learning specialist, and data analyst and data scientist are anticipated to be among the fastest growing jobs in the United States, and not only that. Then the paper also covers global employment change by 2030, and so it says that in the next 5 years, 170 million jobs are projected to be created and 92 million jobs to be displaced. And this amounts to a net employment increase of 7% or 7 billion jobs. And so this is a good indication that yes, AI will displace some of the jobs, but will also increase and create new roles as well. Also, this is the share of employers considering AI and big data skills to be growing in importance for their workforce from 2025 to 2030. And as you see, AI and big data skills are predicted to see significant growth across almost all sectors. And so again, pretty good indication for you, because this means that if you learn data and AI, you can find jobs in pretty much whatever industry you may like. Then one more thing about the report, this shows employer expectations for workforce training needs by 2030, and so indicates that 41 out of 100 workers, they would not need any significant training. 11 out of 100 will need training, but it won't be accessible. 29 out of 100 will be upskilled in their current roles. Maybe this is my case. And then 19 out of 100 will be reskilled and redeployed. And there you have it, a simple video on my personal opinions about the future of data analytics and also what research papers say. If you found at least one useful information in this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that I can help you even further in the next ones. And in case you want to learn more about the trends that I'm predicting within data analytics for the coming years and how you can use them to stay ahead of others, I will leave the link here. And well, enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao for now, and see you in the next one.